Hello, hello, hello. I don't think anyone's here yet. That's alright. Alright, what can I work on in the meantime? I guess... Let's do some color on this. Ai Hoshino. Still no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I had to write the name of the character in the corner down here, so I wouldn't forget. But I did say I was going to color this one, so I guess I'll work on some colored shapes. Just you, how's it going? Yeah, for now. How's it going this Saturday night for you? I have no idea what colors the actual character is, so I'll figure that out later. And just do chunks of color for now. Just so-so. That's alright. My day's been so-so as well. Very long story short. Water's been off in my house all day, so I had to go to a local bar to use their facilities. And may have to do that after the stream as well, so that's a fun little adventure for me. That's how my day's going. I was like, should I still stream? I'm like, yeah, I should be good to stream for a couple hours. We'll see. Let's hope by some miracle the water is on tonight. That's my thrilling Saturday night adventure. I'll venture out to increasingly distant and more obscure bars as the night goes on. I guess I should use this under the line art. Yeah, my brain's not here. Here we go. That makes more sense. I'll do the other arm on another layer underneath. Let me do both the boots here. And then I was busy again with freelance, but what's new? Just when I think things are slowing down, I keep picking up, like, new projects, so it's a good thing, you know? Keeps me busy. Though, since Sims 1 and 2 re-released, I've had the itch to play Sims 2. So I was looking forward to playing that tonight, but now I might have to be on a impromptu bar crawl. So I don't know. I just want to sit and play Sims 2. The new re-release is not available for Mac, and I tried on a whiskey emulator to emulate it and all that stuff. Couldn't get it to work. But I'm like, well, I had the Super Collection through the App Store forever ago on my old laptop. Let me just play that. It doesn't have all the expansion packs, but it has most of them. Like, I can live with that. I just want to play Sims 2. Didn't think it worked on the new Apple Silicon because it kept crashing every time I opened it, because last time I played it I was on the Intel Mac and it worked. But somebody on Reddit helped me step by step what to do, how to fix it, and it worked. So now something beyond my ability to seek help for on Reddit is happening with the water situation. So once that's fixed, and once I get through all my work, I will sit and play Sims 2 until my eyes roll out of my head. So I'm looking forward to that whenever that opportunity arises for me. It is a bummer I wasn't able to find a way to play Sims 1 though. Short of like putting a Windows partition on my MacBook, which I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. This is technically my work computer. I don't need to be doing all that just to play a 25-year-old game that I'll get bored of in like a week tops. Not worth it. Alright, I guess that would go underneath. I guess I could do this ear underneath as well. Let's just have it take up the whole space. I remember this character has a lot of like pretty pinks and purples. So I'm gonna dim this background with like a nice pinky neutral for right now. Take some of that scary story lighting out from under my face that I hate. Alright. Let's just go for monochromatic blue for right now. That's fun. No, that'll make it really hard for me to tell what layer is what later. Let's not do that. Let's just do wild and crazy colors and then fix it later. Do all the details on their own layer, those little ties around the wrist. There we go. And if people show up, I'll do sketch requests. And if they don't, I'll finish this up and dip early. Call it a night. It is Saturday night. Because I postponed my stream yet again, so we'll see how the night plays out. I always say nobody's gonna show up, and then I end up with a good handful of people chatting and hanging out in here, so who knows? It's not Valentine's Day just yet. That's kind of crazy, it's right around the corner. Year just started. I should probably do this ear on this layer also. That makes sense. No, it doesn't, because I have to do the hair and then the... Alright. We'll do this on its own layer. Let's put the hair in between. Let's do a nice dark blue for that. Like the picture? Oh yeah, it was cute, the one you sent me. Very cute. Very festive. Holly jolly holiday fun. There we go. And then I guess I could put this underneath and then the clothes underneath that and then okay. I think that would work. Yeah, let's treat this piece like it's like a front bang almost. It would have to go... What am I doing? Why is this on a different layer? Oh, I did the wrong thing. Oops. This is the hair layer I want. There we go. We'll do this like a front bang piece. And then that other hair can go on its own layer. It'll work just fine. There we go. You made it. Hello, hello. People are filing in. I always say it's just going to be me talking to myself, and then people show up. So how are y'all doing this Saturday? This fine Saturday evening. I guess I'll put another hair layer here. I'll make it a different color just so I can see what I'm doing. These colors are hideous. I always apologize, but y'all should know I'm going to change it and make it right. It's not going to look like this forever, I swear. Just to get these shapes plopped in. So I gotta look up ref of the character in a new tab in a moment here. And then this can all be blue here, because that outfit's gonna go on top of that. Ooh, I see a little mistake right here. That ear, right? Yep. And a little bit of green spilling over. Don't need any of that. Then let's do the clothes. It'll have to go... Let's think. Alright, this arm is going to have to be its own layer. Cut and paste. Underneath. because then we can put the clothes that go on top of that and underneath the head. That'll work just fine. Draw Betty White. I don't typically draw real people. I mean, I can do a really bad, like, silly, cartoony sketch of her on the sketch request list. It would be really bad, though. It would not be good. So. If you're serious, I'll add it to the sketch request list. Cartoon animals, cartoon food, and I think the only person... Sorry, my mic is like... Sorry, hopefully I'm not blowing anyone's eardrums out. I just realized my mic was like 10 feet away from me. Hopefully that's better. I go to watch my streams back and my sound is so quiet and I don't know what else to do because on my end the audio looks like it's hitting right at 0 decibels as I'm looking at OBS right now. I'm speaking an inch away from the mic, and yet when I watch my YouTube videos back I have to crank the volume up, so I don't know what's happening there, but sorry if I broke anyone's ears if they were wearing headphones. Excuse me. Alright, let's do the skirt on the same layer. And the belt on top, and then like the body part can go underneath. Ooh, wait, this glove needs to be on its own layer. Let's select the whole glove. Thank you. Cut and paste. You were serious about Betty White? Or you were you got your ears blown out. I'm sorry if you did. I didn't mean to frighten anyone. I just noticed my mic was like a foot away from me. A foot away from me. I don't know what happened. Alright. This needs to go down here. And then this can be the skirt up top as well. That's a good mic though. Yeah, it's not bad. It's Samson, it says it on the screen somewhere. Samson Q2U. I got it a billion years ago when I still made YouTube videos because it was fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $75, which is not bad for a decent mic. And to me, it sounds really good. I don't know. I can't tell the difference between this and like some of the other mics I hear on YouTube, but I'm also not like a sound engineer professional or anything, but I think for under $100 it does the job. And I've had it for like years now and it works just fine, so. The amount of food you see wasted into hotels enough to make you cry. Yeah, hotels, restaurants. It's sad. And it's sad that there's all these like laws prohibiting you from handing all that food out at the end of the day, because a cousin of mine used to volunteer and she would go to the local Panera Bread and take all their like bread at the end of the day that was going to just be thrown out, and she and her organization would go and hand it out to people who were hungry, and you can't do that anymore. I think it's really egregious when they like, it's one thing to be like, well, technically it's official policy, we have to throw it out, but they put it in like nice clean bags and set it clearly aside from the trash next to the dumpster, like wink wink, you know. That's one thing. But it's crazy that they tell people to just straight up destroy the food or the product or whatever it is. Like dump oil or something on it, make it in at a bowl. Like, that's just, it's cruel. These are customers wasting the food. Even worse. They did that as well. Or they were handing out the bread, yeah. Now, is it Panera's policy these days that they have to like destroy the bread, or do they just kind of set it next to the dumpster for dumpster divers, you know? customers just leaving whole cakes and pizzas. That's crazy. Especially if you're at a hotel, like that can't be cheap, right? You're ordering a whole cake or a whole pizza and you're just like, nah. I could never do that. That would make me like actually sick to my stomach. Even if it was like the most mid food you've ever had, like you gotta eat it. You paid for it. Or get a new one made or something, you know, if it's really, really bad, but and then offer it to somebody else. I don't know. There's gotta be a way. Under the blue hair, we'll put this, and then we'll put the belt on top of that. Or no, we'll put the belt on top of, I'll figure it out. Because I'd like for it to go on top of the skirt, but under the hair. What can we do? On top of the skirt. No, the hair is way down here. What can we do about this? I suppose I'll make this bottom part of the hair its own layer. Let's try this. Cut and paste. No, because it'll put it on top of the arm. Well, I guess the arm could move up too. No, that'll put it on top of the, wait. No, that's not gonna work. Too many steps. What can I do? I can... I'll just set it on this layer and I'll figure it out. I'll just erase carefully. Because I'd like for it to be under the hair. I think it falling under the hair is more important than it falling on top of the skirt. So I'll prioritize that. Let's do this. Half drink wine. Getting prepped for Valentine's Day. Oh boy. Valentine's Day at a hotel. Good luck. Seriously. That's gonna be like Black Friday working regular retail. Hotels and restaurants on Valentine's Day. Hotel bars charging you a lot of money just for moving a drink. Alright, sorry about that in and out. I was trying to figure out what to do. I think this works. And it's still under the hair. And kind of on top of the skirt. I have to fix the skirt a little bit here. Like where it joins up here looks a little odd. I want that to be like nice and flush with it. And maybe I'll just get the flat colors done now that I got some people in here. Start doing some sketches. Alright, what is this noise that's on top of the belt? What is that? Is that just not... That's just me not drawing in the belt correctly? Yeah, okay. I don't mind a few little holes because that's just the nature of this brush where you get a few little... I think it adds a little texture, you know? But sometimes it's overkill. Like, I think there's too many spots in here. Just clean it up a little bit. That looks a lot better. There we go. Zoomed out, you can't even tell. Perfect. Love-related trash. Yeah, that's gonna be your Valentine's Day. It's gonna be your Super Bowl weekend for hoteling. Hotel work. Alright, we're gonna do the bow on 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, I think. Because we can do this, this, and this. If I make these two separate like that, I can get away with it on the same layer. Yeah, I think that works. Clean it all up. And the next bow can be like layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 for the stars. And the stars can actually be on the same layer as the little details, like the eyes, the tongue, the little details on the skirt and the clothes. I think that'll work just fine. And like, I always try to limit layers even if this document isn't very large, like file size isn't large, so I get more layers. But I think it's a good practice if you're using Procreate a lot to get used to the layer limitations and figure out clever ways to limit your layers. I think it's just a good habit to be in. And it helps you commit to decisions you make too. I think in some cases it can be a handicap to have unlimited layers, because you never have to really commit to any of the decisions you make, because you make everything very editable. Sometimes it's better to just commit to a decision and keep working with it, keep it moving. All right, there's one layer. Actually I'll do the tongue on this layer as well. This is all one shape, right? Wait, actually. Oh, it's two shapes. Shoot. What could we do here? I could do the right side of that on the same layer as the stars. That will no? Alright, well let me just make this one shape for right now and I'll think about it. Maybe I'll have to do 2 layers just for that, which is a little annoying, but I'll figure something out. Like I said, I have the layers, I can do something like that and get real finicky with it, but I'd rather be economical about the layer use. Makes it easier to color in too, I think, when you have fewer layers. Alright. This. We'll make one more here. And maybe I'll find other things to add to this layer, like the stars on the clothes or the heart. I'll figure that out in a moment. Let's do this shape here. Let's do that. Let's do this bunny head. Ooh, I need to add more blue right here. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, just making sure I'm comfortable. I feel myself sliding further away from the mic. Correcting my bad habits of posture. Oh, I can't even see that against the pink. That's probably a bad color choice. Let's do yeller. There we go. Not that it's the final color anyhow, but need to be able to see what I'm doing a little bit. Nice blobby stars. And I complained about this before a couple other people came in here. But my adventure today is, long story short, the water's out in the house that I'm renting. The whole house, top, bottom, basement, everything. It's been out all day. So I had to walk to the local bar to use their water closet. I might have to do that after the stream because there's no news on whether it's back on or not. I don't think. No texts. But anyway, I went to the bar and it was packed, and there were multiple families there with multiple 4 or 5 year old children and dogs, like golden retriever, some kind of mutt. Like, don't do that. It's a bar. It's not family fun night. It was crazy. Like, okay, maybe an older kid, like a 10, 11, 12-year-old, like, with the family. Okay, fine. But it was like a kindergarten class with some dogs in there. It was nuts. I'm not anti-kids in public. I think a bar is, like, probably a safety hazard, though. It's, like, tripping hazard. They're short. They're little. It's a packed bar. But I am anti-dogs in bars. Like, don't do that. pipe. I have no idea what's going on. It's not a matter of not paying the bill. It's some kind of water pipe related issue. Like our ice maker in the fridge was leaking or something. It's something to do with that. Something with the pipes or I don't know. I don't know nothing. I was just told like no water, no flushing, no nothing. And then the water's still not on. We're like, hey, what's the deal? Can we use the water? Crickets. So I don't know what's going on, but luckily there are multiple bars within walking distance that are open until like ungodly hours. So I'll be okay for the evening, but I don't know what I'm going to do about tomorrow and the day after if, you know, nobody's out to fix it Sunday or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Like I don't think it's a pub. I think it's just a bar. I didn't see anybody eating in there anyway. If they do serve food, I just saw people talking and drinking. But regardless, it was a very packed drinking related establishment and there were multiple like 4 or 5 year olds in there, which was a little odd to me. And a dog. Like dogs. Get the dogs out of there. That's crazy. I'm glad it's like not it's not what am I gonna say? What am I trying to say? My brain's left me. I'm glad it's not frowned upon anymore. I feel like it was frowned upon for years to say you don't really care for dogs, especially dogs in public. People would treat you like you're like the devil. Like, how dare you not like dogs? They're pure angels from heaven. It's like, I don't want a dog near me, like ever. You know, I like visiting people who have cute dogs. I'll pet their dogs. I'll give the dogs a treat. I'll call them a good boy. I'll watch them do tricks. But I don't want to see a dog ever at a restaurant, a grocery store, a bar. Like, I don't need it. I got a horrible request. What's that? But I'm glad more people are saying it. Like, I keep seeing, like, hot take, I hate dogs. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, it's okay to say that you don't like dogs now. Glad we've pushed past this as a society where it's like taboo to say you're not really a dog person. We've moved on as a society. Oh, don't want to fill that whole thing in. And even better, if you go to the comments of one of those, like, hot take, I don't want to see your dog at the restaurant, like, every comment is an agreement. You'll get, like, one person saying, like, my precious baby is remarkably well behaved at the bar or whatever. You'll get, like, one person like that, but then everybody else is, for lack of a better term, dogpiling them and telling them to keep their dog at home. So, it's like, we're all team anti-dog now. Okay, this is cool. Finally. The Castle Crasher bear wearing the proud colors of Cub Nation. Yeah, I'll put it on the list here. I'll just write Cub Nation bear, and I'll know what that means. Cub Nation bear. There we go. It's on the list officially. Yeah, service animals are a thing. But I think we all know someone who doesn't have a legitimate service animal, but who says that their dog is a service animal, but it's clearly an untrained dog that's not paying attention to anything, and they're just using, like, the idea of a therapy dog to, like, be able to have a dog in their apartment or whatever. Like, everybody knows a story about somebody like that. But yeah, of course, legitimate service dogs should be welcome in public spaces, but those dogs are incredibly well behaved and are serving a function. They're not just somebody's little cutesy schmoopsy. It's a whole different thing. You've only seen a dog once. That surprises me, because I've seen dogs, like, not at Ruby Tuesdays, I don't think we even have one here, but, like, at chains and at local restaurants, sitting at the outdoor patio tables, or even sometimes inside sitting next to people sitting at the regular tables. It's crazy. Yeah, it must be a city thing. It's crazy. People will bring, like, the big dogs to the restaurant, not just, Like, not that it should be a thing anyway, but like the lady with like the little tiny chihuahua tucked under her arm while she's got a drink in the other hand. Like, that dog's not bothering anyone, but I still don't want it at the bar. But people are bringing like like a golden retriever at the bar. Like, why? Anyway, this is all very much a cold take anymore. I think everybody has this opinion now. It is rare to see like somebody who doesn't agree with that anymore, which is refreshing. Because back in my day, it was very taboo to say that you weren't into dogs. You were like the devil. They take them outside and eat outside. Eating outside is better, I guess, but it's like I don't want to be sitting next to someone's dog if I'm eating either. Like, I'm eating food. I don't want your dog next to me. All right. Doing all the details here. I think I'll do the wings as outlines and then color the outlines, just so they get a little bit more definition. But listen, my battle with Sims 2 led me to just deleting Steam. It was a whole thing. That was I was so I installed Whiskey, which is like, it's supposed to emulate Windows or whatever, and I had done this before to play Stardew Valley before it was on Mac, and it worked fine. So I'm like, let me buy the Sims 1 re-release. I bought Sims 1 and Sims 2 re-release. I'm like, if it doesn't work, I can just get a refund. Spoiler alert, I got a refund because it didn't work. Download Whiskey. I open up the Windows version of Steam. That works fine. I'm installing the game. It installed. Great. Go to run it. Errors, crashes, whatever. I'm like, okay. Maybe I just need to try Parallels. Let me do a free trial of Parallels. Because Parallels runs Windows in like a pop-up window instead of like you having to turn off your computer and boot into Windows. You can just run Windows in its own little window. It's convenient. It costs like $90 a year. But like, if it works, I'll be able to play Windows games without having to like have a Windows partition. Let me try it. I try it and it doesn't work. And also Whiskey keeps opening the Windows version of Steam over and over and over again. Like, I can't open, because it keeps asking for a confirmation code on Steam from my MacBook to stream the game. It doesn't say play on Windows, it says stream. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I've never used Windows 11 before this moment, which, horribly ugly operating system, by the way. I don't know how people use it. But it says stream, and then it needs like a 4-digit code. So I try to go to the Mac version of Steam to get said code, and it keeps opening the Windows version in Whiskey. I delete Whiskey. It's still doing it. I close Steam. It keeps reopening it. I got so irritated. I deleted everything that had the word Steam in it on my hard drive. There could have been like art I did 5 years ago with the word Steam in it. I don't care. It's gone. It's nuked. Just, I need it off my computer. Reinstall Mac Steam. It seemed to work. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm done with video games for the rest of my life. I was so mad. Couldn't get it to work. Long story short, I got the Super Collection that was already on the Mac App Store. That works for me now. But I'm very sad because I wanted the new Legacy re-release because I wanted to play the Apartment Life expansion, which previously has not been available for Mac because of some licensing reason. So I'm bummed out. I wanted to make apartments, was the long and short of it. I have Sims 2 again now, but I can't make apartments. So it was all for naught. People have been trying to gaslight the world into thinking Chicken Little was a good movie. I've never seen Chicken Little. I have no interest. It doesn't look good, like, in any regard. And the worst thing is that, well, I guess maybe it saved me a bunch of money because I would have had to purchase Parallels, and then I would have had to at some point purchase a legitimate Windows 11 license, I think, which is like $160 that I don't want to pay because I don't want to use Windows ever. Like, I just want to play Sims 1 and 2, you know? So I guess it saved me a bunch of money that it didn't work, but I think the reason it didn't work is because I had that issue with Whiskey opening up Windows Steam. If I hadn't done Whiskey first and had done Parallels first, I think it would have worked. Because that was full on running Windows instead of like just emulating Windows Steam. I don't know. I think it would have worked fine, but we'll never know. I'm not trying it again. I'm over it. But shout out to the mod of the Sims 2 help subreddit who helped me set up Super Collection on my Mac. You're a hero and a legend. I could plant a big old Bugs Bunny samooch on them. Just play herbs. Wasn't that only on like PS2? Or was that on PC as well? It's of its era, so it wants to be Shrek, but it does not understand Shrek. Yeah, there were a few movies like that. Like, wasn't Hoodwinked kind of like that too? Where it was just like trying to be like tongue-in-cheek parody of fairy tale movies kind of thing. Or was Hoodwinked before Shrek? Am I misrepresenting the timeline here? 'Cause I remember Hoodwinked, the animation being absolutely atrocious, even for its time. But I remember it being kind of funny. Like, I chuckled, you know? How do I want to do this? I think I'll just do the whole edge like that, because it makes it look a little cleaner, I think. Maybe? Yeah, I kind of like the edge on it. I think with the colored outline it'll look good. Hoodwink was a weird mystery movie. What am I thinking of? It was like a Little Red Riding Hood like CG movie that had like comedy in it. Did I hallucinate a completely different movie like Shazam or something? Where I think it existed and it just didn't. I just hallucinated an entire 2000s movie. Hoodwink was trying to be its own thing. It wasn't doing Diet Shrek so much. I might be just misremembering it. Just because it's fairy tales in 2000s CG, you know? I don't know what the deal is with these like shapes, but I think these can just be solid color. So I might just do like just what's the only other flat color I need? I need the tongue. I need a little tip on the nose. I need this other little detail on the wrist here. Let's do that right. A new layer here. And then I need that skirt underneath, and then I think I'll move on to some sketches, because that's good enough progress for this evening, I think, on this. Plus, I don't even know if the person who requested this is here. If you are, I apologize. I have terrible memory for usernames. I remember like 2 or 3 at most. I'm so sorry. And the colors are going to remain messy. Let me pick at least different nice color for that. The colors are going to be bad and like this until I finish it next time. But I think because this one is pink and purple, I have a good lineup for like Valentine's Day stream. Because there's a lot of pink and purple in this character. That Sally from Charlie Brown one is pink and has hearts. And those moke rabbit things are all pink. I think those will all be good to work on for Valentine's Day stream. In my mind, that makes sense. Clipping mask. There we go. Oop. Is this the wrong layer? What is this? This is the head layer, isn't it? Oh, it's this. This is like one of the arms. Okay, oops. Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. This shape right here. This looks kind of like the head shape. If you don't know what you're looking at. Alright. It's like a blobby version of the head shape. Just gonna leave it like that. Alright, I think that's it for the flat color layers for this. I think we're gonna stop here on this one this evening. Good warm-up though. And a good setup for the Valentine's Day stream. Because I was thinking I'd do this one, I'd do these moke. They're basically done. This will take like 30 minutes. I want to try a lineless version, maybe add some texture, some shine to the little candy and stuff like that. That'll be an easy one. And then I want to clean up and refine and try something with the Sally piece too. I think those will be really cute. You're here? Oh, okay. You know what I'll do? I'll at least get the flat colors in. Let's see. What's she now? Let me get the correct colors in, I mean. That way it's a good point to start for next stream. Let me get something resembling nice colors in here. So there's a lot of pinks and like purples. And then Ellie is Ellie Animal Crossing. She's like brown, isn't she? Like an earthy brown. Yeah, she's like a light brown. Let me at least get something resembling the right colors in here, because that'll set me up for success. And then I want to do a couple sketch requests while I'm here. And then we'll pick this back up for Valentine's. Whoops. Let's do... I can't see chat for the second. Well, I got these rough images pulled up. Alpha lock. Oh wait, let's do the ear first. Where's the ear? Same layers here. Okay. The hair, let's do a nice deep purple. Like a bluish purple. That. Ooh, I need to fix this little part in the head. What happened here? I think I just didn't color it in. Yeah, I just didn't color it in. There we go. We'll do that same color on this layer right here. And up top, just add a little highlight like that. I'll make it nicer next stream because I'd like to do some like the ref has this like hot pink rim lighting on the top of the head that I think is really cute. Something like, you know, something like that. I'll just put a little hint of it to give myself a clue of what I was talking about. Something like that. Let's do... Oh, this is like 2-tier pink skirt. That's what that is. Alright, well, let's see. I thought it was like a layer of white or something. I don't know why I drew it like that. Alright, we'll do like this bubblegum pink here. And like a lighter one on top. And then I'm going to make a note to myself that it's a 2-tier skirt. 2-tier skirt. Wow, that is like illegible. I think I would know what I'm talking about if just 2-tier, but I'll fix that next week. Alright, boots. Need a nice hot pink. Something like that. There we go. Same color on the gloves. Right here. Let me move this over here so I can see the chat because I'm just like all over the place. Let's see. Hate to break it to the Chicken Little rehatched account. John Hunter did not make people hate Chicken Little. It's just not good. Yeah, why are people trying to make Chicken Little a thing? That's so weird. Of all the movies, you don't see stuff like this for like Monster House or whatever, like, or do you? Are there like Monster House fans? I've never seen that movie either. I'm just thinking of other obscure 2000s CG movies. This is slightly darker than the top layer of the skirt, actually. Like so. Where's the neck? Oh, it's the same layer as this. This is also the same hot pink as the gloves. And the top part is yellow, like a buttery yellow. It's a shame it's kind of hard to show that it's a turtleneck on Ellie without it like weirdly overlapping the bottom of her head or something, but at least it fits her body. And then the midsection isn't black, but like dark gray. We'll make it like a deep bluey purple. It's just dark gray, but cool dark gray. Now I want to fix his hair. I don't necessarily want to over. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could do some of that rim lighting on the edge here so it doesn't blend into the belt. Something like that. Just a reminder to myself that I want to do that. Just on the outside edges of the hair. I think it'll look pretty. Alright. Now the heart. All these other details I'm going to do on this layer here. Let me zoom in here. I think it's just, yeah, it's white wings. Hot pink heart. White wings, and then sky blue stars. I'll take care of that shortly here. Alpha lock. Let's get a nice bright blue like that. Beautiful. And then what color is the little head thing? Open this ref in a new tab for me, please. It's hot pink with like... Oh, there's even another like frill behind the bunny. It looks like white. I'll make a note to myself to fix that too. We're gonna make it like a light pink. Let's make this background dark so I can see what I'm doing. Let's make it like that. There we go. And that's subject to change, but it looks like there's like a frilly like light pink layer here as well. Let's make this dry ink so it'll actually match everything else. And I think there's 2 layers of it. It's like there's like one and then a second one next to it, but I think the one is sufficient detail, you know, to match the kind of style of the rest of the pic. I think one is okay. It's more detail than it had too, to add this extra layer. All right. There we go. And then let's make this hot pink. Slightly darker hot pink there. Nice bright hot pink. I said nice bright hot pink here. And then we'll do bright hot pink here. And then like a darker shadow on this one. And we'll again clean that up next week, but that's a good start. And then the bunny needs to be more of an off-white, creamy kind of color. Something like so. And There were little stars on the other ref I was looking at. I assume that they're sky blue like the other ones, but this could also be a problem for investigation next week. I'm going to make them sky blue for now. If that's wrong, I'll figure it out next week. And I think that's good for now. I'm going to make this background a little lighter so I can read the notes I have over here with the 2-tier skirt. I will come back to this next week and we'll finish up and do lots of pink and beautiful things for the month of love here, February. For now, I would like to do some sketches, and maybe we'll find some other sketches that would work for Valentine's month as well. Because it's not just Valentine's Day, it's Valentine's month. Let's do a nice gray background so I'm not illuminating my face creepily. Let's find my random list picker tool thing. Let's see. Random list picker. Alright. Where'd my sticky notes go? Right here? Here's the big beautiful list. And run. Hold on. We're gonna do a drum roll. Are you ready? Drum roll. Woodstock and Snoopy. Okay, that'll go well with Sally Brown. We could even do like Snoopy typing a love letter or something. That would be cute. Snoopy typing letter. And he's got like little hearts above his head or something. And Woodstock saying some gibberish to him. That's cute. That'll be good for Valentine's Day. I'll do like a 2-parter where it's Snoopy and Woodstock and Sally next to each other or something. Let's see. Alright, so there's today's progress on I Hoshino Ellie. And we're moving on to Snoopy and Woodstock sketch. There we go. I don't want to copy the ref I'm looking at exactly. Maybe I do something a little more loose. Like, let me look at how I did. This was a very loose sketch, so this was like last minute. How do I want to finish this one? Let me think about. Because I think it would be good to do mostly lineless. And then maybe colored outlines. Let me duplicate this whole thing. Let me think about this piece. Because I want it to kind of harmonize with Snoopy and Woodstock. Let me see if colored outlines would even work for this. Let's try like, I don't know, something warm. See if I even like that. Okay, that kind of lightens it up. Maybe I do like a monochromatic pink and red kind of thing. Pink, red, and yellow. Because Woodstock will be yellow and Sally's hair will be yellow. And everything else can be like black, can be like the dark red. Like Snoopy, the black ear can be like dark red. I want to make this pink a little less gray though. Warm it up a little bit. A light pink like so. Is my screen brightness on all the way? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Yeah, something like that kind of pink maybe. Be a little bit dimmer. I don't like the cool pink. I like the warm, but I don't want it to be gray. So something like this. Then I want to warm up this pink as well. A little more saturated. This is a little more Valentine's-y. This like warmer. I think that's cute. And we can do white for like the socks and the shoes. You know, this is really rough. This isn't how the final thing's gonna look. Maybe I keep out this. Yeah, I'll keep the skin pink. That looks creepy white. We'll do. Her socks are pink, but her shoes can be white. Or does that add too much contrast to the shoes? No, we'll do white because I want Snoopy to be white. Yeah, I think that works. We'll do something like this color palette. I think this is cute. Maybe even let's try a pink tint over the whole thing. I want to tint this yellow a little bit more pink. So let's try something like this. Just screw around with the colors here till it... Ooh, white with the pink. Why is that so cute? Overlay. Maybe like that. Oh, do I have an Instagram? Yeah, it should be Alyssa Aaron Art. I'm either Alyssa Aaron Art or Alyssa Aaron on basically every social media platform. I don't know. That's nice and warm looking. Like that. Okay. So I'm going to take... I don't want to take a screenshot because I learned this lesson. If I take a screenshot from Procreate and then color pick from it, it's like way too bright for some reason. I also want to try a noise layer on this too. Yeah, that warms it up a little. Yeah, something like that. What I will do, I'll delete this original, don't need it. I'm going to duplicate this, flatten it, and then draw a new Snoopy on this one. Because I don't know what the deal is, but Procreate, I tried to work on a few images for a client. I kept copying the colors. Why is it doing this? I just want to flatten the whole image. It kept, when I'd sample the colors, it made them insanely bright. Why is this doing this to me? You know what? I have an idea. I'll just move Sally over here. And Snoopy can be on his own thing over here. There we go. Problem solved. It would sample insanely bright versions of those colors. It wouldn't sample the actual characters. Or the actual... Oh my god. The actual colors. My brain is not here. I'm sorry. I don't know why that is. So... We're gonna do Snoopy's roof here. Let's see. She's having Snoopy write a love letter to Linus. Aw, that's cute. You just started following me. Thank you. Yeah, I could have her on the side. Yeah, let me draw how that composition would look. Let me think. I'm just gonna draw a new thing here. New pretend canvas. If I have Snoopy's house, I don't have the full pic of Snoopy's house. How does it look? Let's see. New tab. Snoopy's house. It's got like a nice tall roof. Maybe I get real funky with it. And I do it a little bit more my style. And a little bit less concerned with matching the exact style of Charles Schultz, because I'm not him anyway. You know? Get a little funky with it. If we're going to do a line-free thing. I do like the minimal like strokes on the grass. So this could be just like a fuzzy brush for the grass. And then maybe Sally, I'm just going to draw a shape to represent her. Just figure out a composition. How big is she in relation to Snoopy's house? I guess something like that, right? Or does it look silly to have her on the side? I think just having them as two separate pictures is fine. Because then I can post them like side by side, you know? And then maybe I'll do a third one of like a lovesick Charlie Brown or something. But I think that would be fine. I kind of want to give them their own love. I just didn't want like her over here and then all this like dead space in the sky and not really any purpose for it. I feel a little awkward to me. Let's do Snoopy on his house with Woodstock. And maybe Woodstock's having him type a love letter or a Valentine's Day card or something. He's got little gibberish, but also little hearts, maybe. Let's do a couple blades of grass here. Between Minecraft Steve and Alex, they could be a couple. Yeah, I'll add them to the list. We'll see if we roll them in this month of love here. Minecraft, Steve, and Alex. Sure. Added to the never-ending list of request ideas. Where'd my ref... Excuse me, where'd my ref go? Right here. I keep checking my text to see if any word on the water situation. Nothing. Not a peep. Great. Awesome. Good to know. At least I know where all my local bars are. I didn't want a bar crawl tonight, though. I wanted to play Sims 2 in my pajamas. This is a nightmare for me. Maybe Linus is visiting Snoopy and bumps into Sally. Linus wanted a dog for a time in the comic strips. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, we can concoct any number of stories. I think just having a set of matching Valentine's Day fan art would be cute. Alright, I said I wasn't going to be overly concerned with matching Charles Schultz, but I like how the inside of Snoopy's ear isn't, his ear isn't solid. It's like the outline and then like pen scribbles in here. I always really like that. So I am going to channel that. And his head kind of has a weird little point on it. So I want to exaggerate that without losing that thing that makes him look like Snoopy. These characters are really hard to draw, I think, because they're so simple. If that makes any sense. It's very hard for them to not look like... It's very easy to draw Snoopy and have it not feel like Snoopy. You know? There's just something about every little line that makes him him. Like, this doesn't feel right to me, but I'm also trying not to too closely follow the ref either, you know? It's very delicate. Basically, if you weren't Charles Schultz, your version isn't going to quite look the same. I want to add just a little bit more hunch to his sit to make it a little bit more distinct and me. Nice big foot paw. We're going to raise his head up a little bit, give that foot some breathing room. Oh, he needs even more room than that because he needs room for his little arms to poke out to type. His head can be a little bigger. And his foot can overlap his little hands a little bit. That arm is too long. These characters are very tricky. I don't want him to look like he's got a weird little gremlin arm. I think it's because his body shouldn't be showing. That already helps. Very tricky. I'm trying not to too closely follow the reference here, but it's kind of hard not to. Little things like adding a bend to the knee, making the spot kind of a wonky shape, giving him kind of a fuller little tail, just little things to make it my own. But I'm going to make him a little smaller because we need room for the typewriter and for Woodstock. I think that might be enough room. Let's see. This should be enough room for a typewriter. I like how simple the typewriter is too. It's just like these little steps of keys. It kind of runs into his foot a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make this kind of a wonky shape too. I'll make these keys kind of uneven and funky. rectangle here. I wish I knew the names of typewriter parts, but I don't. So I'm just drawing rectangles. There we go. Go to the bar in your PJs. I could. I don't think anybody would say anything. Like I'm just going to use the bathroom and leaving anyway, so you know, what are they gonna do? Yell at me? My thing is my PJ pants are not warm enough. It is cold out. It's not freezing. Well, I guess technically it is. If it's below 30 Fahrenheit, it's technically freezing. But it's been colder more recently. But a little too cold for my PJ pants. They're not very warm. I have sweatpants that are a little warmer I could probably get away with, that are somewhere in between PJ pants and acceptable to wear outside pants. I could probably get away with that, but man, I don't want to go out at 1 a.m. to go to a bar just to use the bathroom and walk back. That sounds miserable. Ay, ay, ay. I just want to play Sims. I was so looking forward to it too. I have like food ready to make and eat, or like heat up and eat. I got, you know, snacks on deck. I'm like ready for a night of, I caught up with my freelance work. I'm like doing my stream. All right, after my stream, it's a whole night of Sims, and now I got to worry about, hey, how am I going to use the bathroom between now and the time I go to sleep? Oh man, every day a new adventure. All right, we'll do a little, I think I'll crop the image. 'Cause I like seeing his whole house, but if it's not decked out for Christmas with lights, I guess I could do Valentine's Day lights. I don't know, because maybe I'll just leave it as a sketch like this for now. And then next week I'll come to it and I'll crop it in where it's just, because I like that too, where it's just the roof pic. But for right now, I'll leave it like this, because I haven't made up my mind on that yet. Just doing some loosey-goosey sketches for the next hour or so anyhow. It's just what I feel like doing. I feel like doing some rough sketches. I like Woodstock's very pleasant smile. His little dot eye. His smile is a little more subtle than that. And his eyes, like... It's so tricky to add your own spin on these characters because then they just don't look like the character. It's so hard. Even a minor little tweak, it just doesn't look right. I'll just make little, like almost like a sprinkle for an eye. Ooh, I kind of like the rectangle shape with a little bit of rounding on it. That kind of works. Yeah, I kind of dig that. There we go. This should be like a smaller curve too. And this can all be scooched in a little more. His head's a little big. Something like this. And then I like that he's just a pair of feet. And the feet are kind of heart-shaped too, which is cute. I should probably lean into that because it's a Valentine's Day piece. Put a little more focus on him than needs to be. And he's got a little wing off to his side implied. Zoom to the right. He's got like feathers on his neck too, but it's kind of hard to see. So I'm just going to make him oops all feet. Kind of heart-shaped. I think that's a cute start. Let me try some lines here on the tippy top. just to clean it up a little bit. I think all next week is just going to be refining all the Valentine's Day stuff. That way I have lots of stuff to post on Instagram and whatnot, though I'm very bad about posting. I still haven't posted Lowly Worm anywhere, I don't think. And I was happy with that one too. I'm bad at posting. Don't know what to say. Love your art style. It's like a kid's book. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I've been trying to get into professional kids books, because like I've done self-published kids books for a few clients, stuff that they've published on Amazon or went like the vanity publishing route with or whatever, and that's been fun and fulfilling. But I would love to see something I drew on an actual like bookshelf. I think that'd be really cool. So I've been kind of slowly morphing my portfolio to be exactly that. I'm really inspired by the old, like 60s, 50s little golden book style. It's a few different artists, but Richard Scarry, Eric Carle. I can't remember the name of the. It's like JP something. I should know all these people's names. But I have these kids' books. I have like a collection of little golden books. Growing collection. And I love them. Just very simple and cute. Kind of timeless style too. Something like that. Make the keys stick up really high like that. I think that's cute. Sorry, I got quiet here for a second. I'm just focusing. Here we go. And then I want to do a quick pass of how colors would look, or my very limited color palette I'm using here. His house will have to be that pink color. And I wanted to do a speech bubble. Woodstock always speaks in those little like gibberish lines, but I kind of want to have like hearts popping out of the typewriter or something too. I think that'd be cute. Some white on the typewriter keys. We'll do yellow for Woodstock, of course. Like so. And maybe this dark red for the typewriter. Maybe a little bit brighter red. Like that. Because then the house will have to be this pink. Or maybe I just do a slightly darker pink. Yeah, I think that's fine. And this kind of pink. Ooh, it's like a totally different shade. I think it's because the noise layer is on. Let's turn that off. Get the actual pink. There we go. Turn that back on. You have to stay in the bar in the PJs. That's the challenge. Strike up a conversation. Wonderful weather we're having. Yeah, I should, The challenge will be me freezing on the way to the bar. Because my pajama pants are very thin fabric. It is too cold for that. If I walk really fast, maybe I'll be warm enough though. The main thing is, how am I going to brush my teeth? I'm not taking my toothbrush to the bar. That's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking a toothbrush and toothpaste to the bar. So I mean, I guess there's probably bottled water in the fridge I could rinse my mouth out with or something. I don't know what to do. We're not supposed to put anything down the pipes, so like I couldn't spit it into the sink either. I guess spit it in the trash can. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think bringing a toothbrush and toothpaste to a bar is like a step too far. It's too much, man. You're the only one on here. Yeah. It is about 8 o'clock. I was 8 o'clock Central anyway. Let's see. Maybe I'll do one more sketch. What'd you request? Minecraft Steve and Alex. I'll do a really quick sketch for you here since you're the only one here. And then I'll call it. And I'll get off here and either the water will be fixed, hallelujah, and I can play my game, or I'll make a mental and literal map of all the bars in the area. Not really. Oh, is there a couple people here too? Well, I mean, I already said I would do it, so let's just see. We'll do a really quick sketch here. Steve, Alex. Okay, how am I going to draw black people and make them cute? This is an interesting challenge. If I type in fan art, how are people doing this? Well, they're just drawing straight up people. Huh. Yeah, you're an hour ahead. I always say when I post stuff, I say like, you know, I start at 7:30 Eastern because I feel like more people are in Eastern than Central. Central's not super common, I don't feel like. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna wing it and see what I can do with these characters really quick. Apologies, this is not gonna be like the greatest thing I've ever drawn, but it's kind of a cool down for me. My brain is winding down. I would like to play my video game tonight, but the pipes have other plans. How can I draw romantic cube people? This is interesting. Have them do a tender hug with little cube hearts or something. Block hearts. I don't know what Minecraft hearts look like. I'm just going to sketch regular hearts for now. How do I stylize the hair while making it look cubey? I'll do like rounded cubes. I think that would be kind of cute. I like that she's kind of cross-eyed. I mean, they have to be cross-eyed, right? It's just the style. But how do I make her look at him and keep the cross-eyed look? This is an interesting one. Something like that, and then some blush. And she's got like a ponytail, so how would I do that? Coming down the side. Guess there'd be a hair tie. Then I'll do a big, like, rounded square ponytail. Yeah, that kind of works. It kind of reads cubey. This is just for the fun of it. I don't know anything about Minecraft, to be honest with you. I played on creative mode one time, like 100 years ago. I made like an underwater house, and then I was like, well, that was fun. And then I never touched it again, so. My knowledge of Minecraft is severely limited. But when has that ever stopped me from drawing anything on this stream? You know what I mean? I don't know anything about probably 90% of the request characters I do, so. We'll do some eyebrows, even though the cube man does not have eyebrows in the art I'm looking at. This is so silly in my style. I feel like this is crazy. We're giving him eyebrows, though. We'll give him a nose stylized like that. It looks like he's got like a dark shading for a nose and then like a beard and a mouth. I mean, it's so minimal, it's kind of up to interpretation, isn't it? He's definitely got some kind of beard going on, though. We'll do that. I feel like this is so ridiculous. And then maybe I'll do a quick Cub Nation bear sketch for you too, because you're here in chat as well. When it's a small crowd, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'll just do everybody's requests. A quick just bear in the Chicago Cubs fit. And she'll have like one QB hand on his chest. He'll have his arm wrapped around her. Cube arm. Yeah, that would wrap around. I don't know what he's doing with his other arm, though. Maybe he's blushing because he likes her and he's got his arm behind his head, like scratching his head. Yeah, with his mouth open. And he's blushing. I don't know. I don't know anything about these characters, by the way. If they've canonically been like a couple for like 40 years, they've been married for like 40 years, they probably aren't like blushing and giggling and stuff like teenagers, but you know, we're just rocking with what I feel like doing here. We're gonna do it just as like a bust. Oh, we'll make it like a big cube shape because they're cubes. Cub Nation. Yeah, I'll do a quick Cub Nation sketch for you before I bounce. I'm just doing whatever this is real quick. This is so messy. We'll have some of that cube hair come up, spill over the edge though. I like the rounded cube look. I think that's kind of cute. It's like squishy. There's like a belt here. And like tunic kind of look. We'll cut it off like at the waist. There we go. Big rounded cube. And then let me look up Minecraft Heart. See how they stylize it. Oh, did you email me some references? I wasn't sure. If you're posting links, I don't know why links in chat don't work, but I've enabled the setting for people to send links in chat, and I do not see them. I'm so sorry. But, you know, I'm just winging it. The nature of the sketch request is I just wing it. If you would like something incredibly specific, I do have commissions open, but if it's a sketch request, it's how I feel like doing it at the time. And I might refine this for Valentine's Day as well. This is just a very, very rough starting point. So if you do want to email me some rough, I'll see it after stream and adjust the sketch as I see fit next time. Just doing some cooldowns, you know. Cube Nation. Yeah, this is Cube Nation. We got Cube Nation and Cub Nation. Let's do a couple hearts. Very cute. Rough sketch here, but let's clean it up a little bit so it doesn't look like a total mess. I don't think Steve has eyebrows, but he does now because I gave him some. I decided that he has eyebrows, so he does now. The only reference I had open was a picture of a Minecraft heart and just a picture from what looks like Wikipedia or something. Businesswire.com article about Minecraft with Steve and Alex. So I apologize if this is like the worst thing I've ever drawn on stream. It's a funny cooldown though, I think. I do like the round cube look. I think it's kind of fun. Kind of like a rounded rectangle pupil as well. Why not? We'll make this kind of like a shadowy nose. The mouth is just regular mouth shapes, as opposed to irregular mouth shapes. The nose kind of blends in with the beard here. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but that would be solved with colored outlines and a lineless kind of style anyhow, so it might be a problem for another stream, is what I'm getting at. Next week will be all about finishing what I started and righting my wrongs. So we'll finish up that Ai Hoshino, Ellie Animal Crossing, finish up the Peanuts fan art, figure out how to stylize this with color and whatnot, and fix my mistakes. There's some good references on Tumblr. Yeah, I just googled Minecraft Steve Alex fan art, and it's just like people. It's just like humans, which I don't know if I'm crazy about, like just drawing people with like regular outfits, you know? I kind of wanted to do like, they're like cube cartoon people, you know? So if it's stuff like stylized cube people maybe, but if it's just people, I don't know how I feel about doing that. I want to do some cute cartoons. Alright. But that was just my brief glance into just typing in Minecraft Steve Alex fan art on Google, where it was just cartoon people. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I will stylize with like, okay, so they're rounded rectangle pupils. Let's put some little rounded rectangle eye shines. You know? I think that's kind of cute. It's silly, but it's cute. There we go. And we'll just copy and paste this one and make it a little bigger over here. If I make it just a little bigger, the transform tool shouldn't totally mess it up. It should look alright. I don't want to make a tangent with the line on the hair there. So let's bring that down a little bit. To make this jut out a little bit so it doesn't intersect. There we go, something like that. There we go. Something silly and fun for Valentine's. Alright. And then let's do, as the final cooldown here, Cub Nation. And then I'll get out of here a little early as I intended anyhow. Let's make that gray background. Let me just look up Cubs jersey. Like, I know it's just the C, right? Yeah. Cubs. Cubs jersey and hat. Yeah, it's just a C. Okay. Let's do a bear that's real excited with a hot dog. He's yelling about baseball. Really aggressively. He's really into it. He's really, really into baseball. Yeah! I don't know. He's a ferocious member of Cub Nation. Cub Nation represents anyone who takes up the entire train during baseball season in Chicago. They're a plague. This is kind of... I'm just going with what my hand is doing here. This is like projecting my inner thoughts about the people who clog up the train onto this creature. This is how I feel about them. This is like art therapy right now. But I hate baseball season. It's like, we don't need to be going this hard for like maybe the lamest sport in America. We just don't need to be doing this. I'll have him hunched over. Let's see. How would I do the body? See, his neck fuzz would be like this. His back would be like. And when I'm shaking his fist with like, he's got like mustard stains on his jersey. And what else could he have in his other hand? He's got some kind of beer, some overpriced beer over here. No, how do I want his arm? This isn't going to end up being a very detailed sketch, just FYI, but just... Well, you want to be able to see the Cubs on the jersey, so we'll do that here. The neck fuzz, make it a little smaller. Let's see, maybe he's sitting in a seat in the baseball stadium. Let me... Baseball... Stadium... Seat... Cartoon. I don't know. Show me what I have in mind. Just want to see a guy sitting in a baseball seat. Baseball seat. Okay. The back is like this, the arm is like that, butt is like this. No, he'd be getting out of his seat to stand up and jeer, so we don't even want to do that. That's putting way too much thought into it. He's getting up out of his seat to yell. Let's see. Distort. Whoa, not like that. Whatever I was doing there. What happened? It can't handle what I'm trying to do with this. Warp it like that. Just really push and pull and... I don't know. This is a disaster of a sketch, but I'm trying. I want him like a big hulking bear, like... I'm literally typing in big hulking bear cartoon. What will it give me? Nothing good. It's just like realistic bears or like bears that are jacked like the Hulk. Okay, I got it. I want an angry pose, arm in the air. Arm in the air. Legs off to the side like this. Okay, I got it now. I got the feeling. I got the vibe. Really low to the ground. Big old feet. Okay, I got the feeling now. I got it. And he's got to have a hot dog in one hand and overpriced beer in the other. Mustard stains on his shirt. If the mustard stains are on this side, I guess he'd have the hot dog in this one. Fistful of hot dog. It's just getting... He's just squeezing the hot dog with his bare paw. Bare paw, literally. It's a Chicago dog, so there's like relish and mustard flying off of it. It's a giant hot dog too, of course. Just to make it make sense in the cartooniness. Maybe he dropped his overpriced beer because he's so angry. Just went, oh no. I got an idea. It just went tumbling out of his hand. He'd rather hold on to the hot dog than the beer. That's where his priorities are. It dropped and there's like, it's spilling all the way out all over the place. A little foam. I don't know. Getting zany with it. This is a good cool down, so you can just get loose with it. Oh, it was supposed to be the Castle Crashers bear. Here, I'll retcon it into being more Castle Crasher style. Okay, they have the giant foreheads. We're retconning it. I totally remembered the whole time it was supposed to be Castle Crasher style. We're gonna give him a giant forehead. He's gonna be this like homunculus evil combination of things. Pokey fuzzy fur like this. Dark pitch black eyes. He looks horrifying. This is horrifying looking. Well, there is the version that has like the big jacked body with the big arms. So he's kind of like the lazier, fatter version of that. He doesn't have neck fuzz though, which makes it easier because I can keep that C nice and big on the Cubs jersey. They're the bears that eat the Herc sandwich. Yeah. I got one of those rough pulled up with the... He's got like little short stubby feet. We're gonna rock with that. Got little short stubby feet and giant arms. So it's kind of like this. This is a huge mess of a sketch, but like I'm cooking, you know? Give me a sec. And then whites of his eye. Oh my gosh, this is horrifying. This is the worst thing I've ever drawn. I'm gonna change this muzzle though, so it's like more like the Castle Crashers one. But I am gonna keep the horrendous mouth or whatever's going on with this. I'm gonna push this back up a little bit though. We're getting there. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely remembered the whole time it was supposed to be Castle Crashers. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we're cooking now. We cooking. Okay, this looks a little bit more like the style. My hatred of baseball season blinded my vision. Yeah. definitely. I was just thinking, like, let me draw this, like, angry freak who loves and lives for baseball. Like, can you imagine getting this hyped up about baseball? Oh my god. And I'm quickly gonna polish this up. This one will be something I finish close. This will be a birthday treat for me to finish. My birthday's in March, so this will be part of future March streams to like make this look half decent. Because I would like to finish this for my own entertainment. It would be fun to do some like Chicago themed stuff and like some goofy stuff, you know? But there's something about the energy, the raw energy of this it's working despite it being like an incredibly messy cooldown, you know? There's something to this. Give them the explanation of Cub Nation. That'll come when I finish this. But long story short, when you came to visit Chicago, there was a train full of Cub fans. Well, this isn't exclusive to when you came to visit. This is like baseball season in general. It's a nightmare. But it was the worst then, I think. That spring, summer, whenever you came. They take up the whole train on the Red Line because they're going to the baseball game and they're loud. It's their first time using the train. Even if they've lived in Chicago their entire life, it's their first time using the train. They ask what stop it is when they damn well know it's Addison. They all get off at Addison, so it's a relief when they all get off. But they're loud. They're playing TikToks on their cell phones very loudly and gabbing, and they're all wearing the Cub gear. And anyway, we were playing Castle Crashers at the time, and there's these bears, right? There's these bears in Castle Crashers. I don't know what their lore is other than they're bears, and they're in Castle Crashers. So the crossover was that was also the Cub Nation. Was the people on the train and the Castle Crashers bears were part of the same like species of creature. That was a very long-winded, rambling way of explaining it. My brain is not here, as you can tell. The raw power of Cub Nation. Yeah, they're a force. I hate baseball season. But the good news is I don't live on the Red Line anymore. I live on the Brown Line. So I will not be encountering Cub Nation people, really, anymore. So that's nice. It's all Cub Nation. Yeah, the whole city of Chicago's Cub Nation. Well, that's not true. There's White Sox fans too, but I don't know anything about baseball. I don't know which team is a good team, if even either of them are. Imagine caring about baseball. Couldn't be me. Apologies to any of the baseball fans who see this stream later, who watch this like 2-hour stream to the end. You get paid vacation days. Cub Nation. No one likes the Sox. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about no baseball. There we go. Hot dog. Some mustard. This is horrific. This sketch. They were famous for throwing games for money. Well, that's no good. They get called the Black Sox for a bit. They were doing some evil shenanigans. All right, this is where it is for the night. I've used up the last of my brain power to bring this creature into this realm. It could use some work, obviously, but this is something I'll tackle in a future stream. I think I'll do like a bunch of goofy, funny stuff that I feel like doing for my birthday, and nobody can tell me no. And this will be one of the things I work on for fun. I think I'll do like a really long birthday stream where it's just me doing whatever I want for like 4 hours. People can make requests if they want, but I ain't doing it unless it sounds fun. I think that'll do it. So tonight, the wrap up, did this. I did a weird Minecraft sketch based on nothing but the reference of the Minecraft characters. I did some work on this Ai Hoshino Ellie Animal Crossing crossover. I'll finish that up next week, I think. And then also next week excuse me, I got the hiccups. I'll be working on this Snoopy Woodstock piece and this Sally piece I want to clean up and refine a little bit. So I have 2 of Peanuts pieces to post, and then I'll have another pink-purple Valentine's Day thing, and then maybe I'll finish up this one too. This one's basically done, but I feel like I could clean it up and make it cuter. Alright, and that concludes tonight's stream. Sorry, I'm like bringing my iPad in front of the camera. That concludes tonight's stream. It was kind of a hodgepodge, but I'm glad people showed it all. Because again, it was a day delayed. Oh, unplugged my iPad. That's the end of the stream.